lettering. Okay, I'm having all sorts of phone issues. I tried to clean up my memory today because I've noticed that I'm having these glitchy moments on Periscope. I don't know how the broadcast is going to be. I think it was a little messy last night, and I'm afraid that it might be this afternoon as well. So bear with me. If it ends up cutting out the sound or freezing too much, just let me know, and we'll go ahead and we'll try to restart the broadcast so that it's a little bit easier to follow. So thank you guys for coming on in. Babysitting. Yeah, we had the public schools here had an early dismissal day, so all of my children are home. So it might be a little bit louder than normal. Chaos has ensued about 2 hours earlier than normal. So there was that to deal with. So thank you guys for your patience. Hope you've had a great day so far. And I don't know if you guys have looked at the blog post to take a look at what today's challenge was. I might have a lot of photo bombers in this session. We'll see. I don't know that this one will make it to YouTube. But we're going to talk about ways of altering the letters. So yesterday we did very basic kind of stick and ball print and old school cursive. And so today we're going to talk about how we can alter some of those print letters that are starting from the very basics. And to get started doing that, we're going to learn about lettering anatomy. So no, it's not like science class, and we're not going to gross you out, but I am going to take you through labeling a word and labeling the letters with all their parts and pieces, so you're understanding the different terminology that goes along with hand lettering for the components that you can choose to alter, because altering these little parts and pieces ends up changing the overall look of our writing. So that should be fun for today. So I'm going to go ahead and get ready. Those of you that might be here for the first time, our afternoon sessions are supposed to be a little bit less chatty than our evening sessions. So through this month, I'm broadcasting both at 2:30 p.m. and 9:30 p.m. Eastern. The afternoon session, after we get through this kind of welcome, I'm going to switch modes into instructional and demonstration. So I'll give the formal introduction of myself, and then we'll get into the demonstration of today's lesson. I will not take questions and answers during the demonstration, but I will address as many as I can after the live demo ends, because the hope is that these videos, if they're nice and clean, and kind of without the chat, then I can move those portions over to YouTube for those that don't have a whole lot of time but would like to see the video demonstration. So if you post a question during the demo, I'm not ignoring you. I'm just trying to train myself to get through. And I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to go 5 high. And I want to make sure that I'm doing it big enough for you guys to see. I'm going to do, okay, I need to plug in. Sorry about that. Okay. I'm going to do a dashed line 3 up from the bottom. Okay, so hopefully you can see that it looks a little warped from my angle. Okay, so what I used for that, this was a Zig Millennium pen, and that was the 03 point size tip. But for the writing, I'm going to go back to my 08 size, because I feel like that's a good size to be able to show you guys. All right. So the first thing I'm going to do is label what these lines are. This one on the top is the cap line. So think of that as that's the line that your capital letters are going to hit. This one down here is the baseline. So that's where the base of each of your letters will be. And then this dashed line is referred to as the waistline. So our minuscule or lowercase letters are typically going to go and just brush against that line. Okay. So some other terms would be the space from the baseline to the waistline would be your X height. And that's X height refers to the size of your minuscule letters. Okay, and then from the baseline to the cap line, this would be your cap height, the height of your capital letters. Okay, so now I'm going to get ready to write a word in there. Do you need something? Okay, so there we have lettering, and now I'm going to go ahead and label what these different parts are. Okay, so here's our capital L. This vertical line right here is the stem, so basically where the letter is beginning. On the E, this right here is called your crossbar. Okay. On your T, the parts of the letter that go above the waistline are called your ascenders because they ascend above the waistline. This line that crosses the T